Why is conserving biodiversity so important? Bio 111L, Laboratory 10. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity refers to having a wide range of species coexisting in an ecosystem. Ecosystems that have greater biodiversity are more resistant against extinction and environmental collapse. Biodiversity is measured by the number of species existing in the ecosystem. The tropical rainforests are vital to our survival as human beings. They supply the air we breathe with oxygen and use up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which is a greenhouse gas that causes global warming. Tropical rainforests came first. Our early Earth, eons before the dinosaurs, was covered in plant life. There was high humidity and lots of rainfall. Rainforests today have dwindled to cover only about 2% of the Earth's surface. Yet, the rainforest is still home to nearly 50% of all plant and animal life on Earth. South America is home to the world's largest and arguably the most famous rainforest, the Amazon. The Amazon rainforest holds approximately 30% of all the species in the world. It is also considered to be the most biodiverse ecosystem. According to the World Wildlife Federation, between 1999 and 2009, more than 1,200 new species of plants and vertebrates were discovered in the Amazon biome, or one new species every 3 days, confirming the Amazon as one of the most diverse places on Earth. Rainforests of Africa can be found in the Congo River Basin. These African rainforests are known for their magnificent animals like gorillas and elephants. The African rainforests are also home to many indigenous tribes, including the well-known Pygmies. The Southeast Asian rainforests have a long history due to long-term stable environmental conditions. Southeast Asian rainforests date back to the Pleistocene epoch 70 million years ago. This region is composed of a chain of about 20,000 equatorial islands stretching over 3,100 miles. Australia's rainforests today are just a remnant of what the ancient Gondwanan forests that once dominated the land were. Australia's rainforests hold many plant species that are ancient. These rainforests are also known for their marsupials and songbirds. Tropical rainforests are found near the equator due to the warm, wet weather conditions. Tropical forests are found in Australia, Asia, Africa, Central and South America, and the Pacific and Caribbean islands. Half of the world's tropical rainforests are located in Latin America, and 1/3 of the world's tropical rainforests are located in Brazil. Tropical rainforests experience warm, wet weather throughout the year. Because they are close to the equator, they are protected from seasonal changes in weather patterns and hours of daylight. Regions near the equator experience 12 hours of sunlight year-round. Tropical rainforests are the wettest areas in the world. In order to be classified as a rainforest, the forest must receive an average rainfall of at least 80 inches per year, although most rainforests average closer to twice that amount. Some areas have been known to receive as much as 400 inches or 1,000 centimeters of rainfall per year. Tropical rainforests do not get exposed to seasons or wide variations in temperature due to their close proximity to the equator. The temperatures are so steady that the differences between the hottest and coldest days, if you could call it that, are commonly only about 10 degrees Celsius, with a low temperature of about 77 degrees Fahrenheit and a high temperature of about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The rainforest is composed of many layers. 70% of the forest is made up of plant life. These plants organize themselves into layers within the rainforest. The emergence, or the high canopy, is the very tops of the trees that peek out above the canopy. The canopy is the top or highest dense layer of the rainforest. The understory is the layer that lies below the canopy. The understory has evergreen plants that do not require much light. The lowest layer of the rainforest is the forest floor. This is the ground layer of the forest, consisting of soil, leaf fall, and decomposers. The emergent layer. This layer is sparse and offers the organisms little to no shelter from the environmental elements. Life forms of the emergent layer experience the full power of the tropical sun, rainstorms, and wind gusts that the lower, denser layers are shielded from. The trees you will find here have adapted to these stormy, wet, windy, and warm conditions. One of these adaptations found in emergent trees are having small, waxy leaves that minimize water loss in the hot sun. The canopy layer of the rainforest captures most of the sunlight for itself, letting very little travel down to the lower layers. The trees of the canopy must be tall, which means they must also be thick and sturdy. The trees that make up the canopy often contain specialized leaves containing drip tips, which allows excess rainwater to run off and flow downward to the plant life below. In the canopy layer, you will find epiphytes. Epiphytes are plants that are able to grow on the canopy trees instead of the forest floor. Epiphytes have the added advantage of height, which allows them to access more sunlight and rainwater. Examples of epiphytes include orchids, ferns, mosses, and lichens. Epiphytes are able to grow without being connected to the ground with roots because they contain specialized structures that are basket-like or funnel-like in shape. These structures capture minerals and water that fall from layers above. Most of the mammals that live in the forest live in the canopy layer. These mammals have specialized adaptations that allow them to live most of their lives in the trees. Below the canopy lies a layer called the understory. Lying in the shade of the canopy, the understory is composed of vines, ferns, palms, and smaller trees that do not require much in the way of direct sunlight. The understory is a habitat for many animal species, including jaguars, leopards, snakes, and frogs. Plants of the understory contain broad leaves that are designed to capture the small amounts of sunlight that may peek its way through the canopy. The lowest layer is the layer of the forest floor. The forest floor accumulates a lot of leaf litter that decays very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that nutrients stay in the more shallow regions of the rainforest soil. Specialized adaptations, such as above-ground roots, allow the plant life access to these shallow, nutrient-rich soils. One adaptation to the nutrient-rich layer topsoil is one adaptation to the nutrient-rich layer of soil being so shallow. One adaptation to the nutrient-rich layer of soil being so shallow that we see in tropical rainforests are buttress roots. Buttress roots are these specialized above-ground structures that flare out from the roots at the base of the tree. These specialized structures function to add needed stability to the tall trees forming the forest canopy. Rainforests provide a lot of foods and other products that we use. Food products that come from the rainforest include fruits like avocados, coconuts, oranges, lemons, grapefruits, bananas, pineapples, mangoes, and tomatoes. There are a few nuts that we also get from the tropical rainforest, like macadamia nuts, cashews, and Brazil nuts. And spices like pepper, vanilla, ginger, and cinnamon. We also get some of our favorite goodies from the rainforest, like coffees, chocolates, sugarcane, and even tapioca pudding. We also get important materials like rubber, latex, glue, and gum from the rainforest. And most importantly, 40% of our medicines are derived from rainforest plants. Welcome to The Journey of Your Lunch. A short presentation by Scientist Cindy. Once upon a time, there was a chicken sandwich. The bun came from a bakery that came from a farm. The chicken came from a farm too, but not this chicken. I am not a chicken, he says. I'm a cow, see? Farms use resources. Farms need land. Farms use water. They use fertilizer. You know what fertilizer is, right? They use pesticides. They use diesel-fueled machines. Using land for agriculture displaces native plants and animals. Pesticides can enter our waterways. Fish don't like pesticides. Or cats. Diesel causes air pollution. Food has preservatives. Older people should not eat healthy. They need all the preservatives they can get. So stop eating. That was a joke. Okay, but seriously, think before you eat. Foods that are grown near where they are consumed require less energy for transportation. Buying in bulk, less packaging reduces waste. Use safer alternatives to pesticides and antibiotics. We have altered our ecosystem as the dominant species on Earth. You have a choice to consume responsibly. Ignorance is not bliss when it results in this, or this, or this, or this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.